Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. Market already open. So let's get right onto it. Today I'm going to talk about this trade that is actually on back of a long-term fundamental trade we have. Last year, it was pretty hard, and then we were looking at these China EV makers, and one of the guys, NIO, with a few across the board, and we'll start seeing the fundamentals turning really positive last year over year. And as it comes in, we start buying it. So at peak, as it was at $23, and I start putting cash secure put as it come off. It was still below 200 moving the average, but this is a long-term fundamental trade. So on the long-term fundamental trade, we start buying the stock on the down move, actually kind of like Warren Buffett like trade, but we don't hold it for 30 years. We probably hold it for a few years, 10 years, or a decade or so, and see how it goes. Right? So it came off all the way down to $10. We're already holding on the average of like $12, $13 overall, $50. So then it starts moving, just going sideways. And these couple of months start recovering, and a couple of weeks, like less than 2 weeks ago, it started breaking out. Right. So at first it was nicely hugging this 21 moving day average. The white line is the 21 days moving average. So what it was doing is actually it got a move, right? You can see clearly it broke through, right? Staying on top of it, and then retraced. This is a pretty significant retracement, but it bounced off the 21 days moving average, and then start moving up again, and it stay up, and then eventually on this nice up green buy broke for a 200 days moving average, and then so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 5 days later it peaks out, and then it comes back off and bounced off, and it's going few days. This buyer was worried. It's a long tail. Seller seems like taking profit, and then in a few days it bounced off a 200 days moving average, and it does a breakout. Right, break through this previous peak on this nice big green momentum bar. Right? So I start seeing upside momentum on this guy, and then it's continue onwards. Right, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days later around it start to a 3 days retracement, and that was yesterday right here, and that's when I decided to open a option trade on it. Basically, I just saw a put, a cash secure put, what you call it. Like a short on this put. I saw a put at $11, right, at a 13 delta, which gave me a really high 87% chance of not reaching $11 when I open the trade. Today, it decided to another big momentum up move again. Looks like it's going to try to make even newer high, and if it's continued this way, I'm going to just hold on this trade for the duration of 6 week, 5-6 week. Right, so the option expiration day will be at September 15, and it's a 30 cents premium on each stock. So each option contract is 100 stocks. So I stand to just pocket $30 on this guy. And if it does move back, and I'm just going to add into the portfolio. So to me, this is like a win-win trade, because I have a long-term fundamental bullish on this guy, and then on top it start picking up. So I'm just picking up premium, and I'm gonna pocket this premium if it goes well, and if it comes down, I want to own the stock in actuality. This is actually the first leg of the trade on this momentum up move. Right. The key is stay above 200 moving days average, and I'll be fine. If not, as long as the fundamental held intact, I will stay long in this trade. Now I'll go for a little fundamental trade. All of this is my team behind the scene. They're doing all these fundamental analysis, and I have to give credit to the guys behind it. I'm more of a technical guy in actuality, but the guys behind these fundamentals are very important to help me do these really nice trade. So let's go to NIO on this guy. So we've been following this guy, and we basically take the fundamental to market cap, enterprise value, and all these numbers. But one very important number stand out is that we track the monthly vehicle sales. So over time, we will see how it goes, and this is the bread and butter of any auto industry, auto stock, is how many orders they receive and how many cars, vehicles they're capable to produce and fulfill the orders. Right? Any manufacturing business in the end is about, can you fulfill the orders and do you have continued growth in your orders? Right? So year over year, right, on year 2000 it was very low, and then year 2001 you start seeing that it really picks up. At one point it just doubled, right? And it's double, and then close to another double, and then at the end of 2021 it's really picking up. And then so we're tracking this on 2022. At this point, you just get this information from the website, and you can see this shit. I didn't feel all out because my fundamental guys have been tracking it. Right? But when I was trading it, I was looking at it, looking at these numbers. I was just increasing all the time, even during the COVID pandemic. And was doing well. So that tells me that you have a lot of growth potential. Right? Fundamental wise, right, this guy is not even really in the green yet. Actually. So, but as I can see, quality on this guy is actually really improving. And at the end of the day, again, is about vehicle sales. How many orders they receive and how much they're rolling off their manufacturing line into the lot that is going to get shipped out. So that is the key, and we've seen it growing tremendously across these guys. And we use Tesla as a basic comparison, and we can see and project. They are doing pretty much the same in that sense, and that justified a long-term investment on this guy. So that was last year, right? And then it's like going sideways, and everybody lost interest for a while in EV as Tesla comes down. And right now, it's like making this up move again. And again, I'm a trend follower in HOT. And when I do this, I'm looking to add to the position. I will use cash secure put to first lay my buying orders in. And then if it actually pulls back to around the breakout point, I will buy the stock and then lay out even more additional cash secure put. And that's how I buy stock. I use option to buy stock. I don't buy outright because it's already elevated on this level. I don't want to chase the market. I don't want to chase the stock. I want to buy a more advantageous price. And the best way to do it, you use cash secure put. And this is the most important strategy that are kind of like a awakening when I use options to buy stock. I get paid to wait. Now listen to this again. Right? Time is money. So I get paid to wait for the stock to come in the price that I want to buy instead of just waiting. And that's opportunity cost. We use option. Hedge funds use option. Institutional traders use option. Everybody uses option to buy stock. And when I sell stock, actually, I don't just sell outright. I use options to sell stock too. So that changed the whole equation. That additional dimension to your ability to make profit. Because when you're waiting, you're not making money, right? But you can use option to get paid to wait. This is beautiful. This is great. Once you start thinking in these terms, you're adding dimension, you're adding ability to generate money, because instead of waiting for this stock to say, hey, this is stock at $15 or a breakout, hey, I would love to buy it, or $13, $12 it comes off, I would love to buy it, right? But right now, who knows how long it's going to take to even retrace back, or if it's going to come back at all, right? Well, guess what? We can get paid to wait using options. And that's exactly what I do. So this is my first leg of buying this stock, buying more of this stock. Right. The other one that I have is Lee. Same thing. Wow, you make new high. Fortunately, yesterday, this is a 66 cents on each underlying stock, so it's a $66 options on each contract. You have 10 contract, just $660. You have 1,000 contract, hey, that's 1,600, right? So it's highly scalable. Don't look at it just as one contract is only $66. How much can I make? You can make a lot because you can lay across the board a lot of contracts. These are high volume market. You got to trade options on high volumes. Don't trade thinly traded options. You don't want to do that because there's no liquidity. These guys have high liquidity. So I'm looking to actually, on next pullback, I will lay another one. Now it's beautiful. This guy's working okay. All right. So off the bat, all right, two stock. If I only do one contract each, it's already $100. I do 10, $1,000. All right. I do 100, 10,000. All right. So depends on your risk tolerance, your risk capital, and you determine how many contracts you want to do. But I always point out each contract, how much you stand to make, how much you stand to lose. And I would love to buy it right below the breakout, right below this point. If this is a momentum stock, it's gonna keep going. Alright. And it depends when I will trade. Close out this trade. I'm gonna take profit early. Right? It's still a trade. And right now, I'm making more. Alright, so I'm gonna let this ride and few days to see what it does. But typically it's gonna move up and then it's going to retrace back a little, right? Maybe go sideways, maybe come down a little bit more or go up, who knows? But I have a very far away delta too on both of them. Yeah. So both of them are 13 delta. So I have stand an 87% chance yesterday when I opened the trade of pocketing this whole period. Right now the delta will be even smaller, even much higher percentage. So you always take 100 minus this number is your probability when you sell the contract. When you buy the contract, this is your actual probability of it reaching that price. So I do a far away delta option trade when I sell this option. That's very important. You must look at the delta. Don't just say, oh, I want to sell at this point or this point. Then the question becomes, what's the delta? What's the probability of this going to that strike price at the day of expiration, the September 15, would it go there? What's the probability? Yesterday when I opened the trade, the probability was only 13% of going there, and I have 87% chance of this option not going there. Now it go high, moving further away from the price of 35 actually. That's a 35 strike is even lower. The delta is below 10 right now. So let's see what it does. Typically it goes for me for the trade, and then it will maybe go sideways or pull back a little, and then it goes again, or even it just keep going up. Alright, this is a momentum move. This is great. Now it's above the yellow line, which is 7-day moving average. It's far away. So, but eventually it will stop. It will hit another peak and it will come back. What's the next peak? I will tell you what's the next peak right now. Let's see. Let's look at the historical peak. Oh, this is all-time high already. Right here. Right here is all-time high. So right here, around here, this whole area, this is the peak. It's going to try to reach there. And then it depends. Bounce off. Eventually I will, on a retracement, if you give me a false hammer, that's perfect. I will lay out a lot of options. If it doesn't do that, then we'll see. If it goes sideways, that's good. I will have a trade in. It comes in, then I will open another leg. Alright, so it goes up, great. It goes sideways, great. It comes in, I would chances are I will open another, add to this position actually. This is my first leg. I look for a second leg and third leg. I'll add to the position and stand to even again gain more. So this trade, on this momentum trade, right now, of course, everything is rosy, everything is great. But who knows what's going to happen? It still has 6 weeks to develop this whole trade. And if things doesn't look right, if it's a momentum turnaround, I might take profit early. That's all. But this is the trade of the month right now that I have, and I open position, both a cash secure put on NIO, NIO, and LI, LI. This is right now, beginning of the month, and I already see two pretty good uptrend trade. I love this uptrend trade actually. I'm trend follower, and those are the best for me. So let's go back to the broader market. So the WIX, wow, WIX start picking up. Then with the market coming in, I don't even have a look. When it spike like that, the market is dropping. Yeah, the Dow Jones is dropping, QQQ, everybody is dropping. Percentage wise is really pretty small, but somehow something's going on. Let's take a look at the news. What's going on in the news? Rise earnings season now. Okay. Yeah. Nothing major. Just the market doing its thing, basically. Saudi put in Ukraine could save the Black Sea deal. Saudi Arabia. Russian fines. UAW seek double-digit pay. Thursday, biggest earnings call, yeah, Apple, Qualcomm, Roku. Okay, so you have a bunch of earning calls. Earnings call, especially on Apple, Qualcomm. So that might change the picture. Dictates how the semis are going to do. So the market is coming in a little. Right, Spider is down, just 0.3% across the board. So that's okay. Nothing major. The oil is up a little, 1.2%. Overall, is nothing big going on. Let's go to Apple. So Apple have been on these guys the uptrend. Oh, now it's a doji star, right? A little tiny cross doji star below the 21 days moving average, the white line, right? So it's hanging there. Who knows? But a lot of people are, since earnings calls are coming up, earnings are coming up, people are just taking profit. It's been running up this whole year, and I would do the same too. Basically, I would sell a bunch of cover call. If I have the stock, for each 100 stocks share own, I would sell one cover call. And so I would sell a cover call probably at 200 something, or even closer, 201, 202. It's a high price stock, so 201 is only 1% of. 202 is 1% above the $200 mark, which is a psychological level when you have these even whole numbers, the 200. Yeah, but I don't have any long-term holding on Apple by just its own stock. So yeah. So right now, this guy it might come in a little, go sideways, right? Who knows? But today, I have earning calls. A lot of people do this earning play, bet that volatility compress afterward. I don't do that. To me, it's a 50-50 coin flip. So some people, again, I love option traders, short-term option trader, like to do that play. To me, it's not my play. Anyhow, so we'll see what's going to happen after the earning call today on Apple. Yeah, so everything is a little flat. Netflix up nicely a little, right, up 2% in that sense, but still. So I'm looking for this a reversal, and then I would like to see yeah, it's a divergence, so it's a reversal trade possibility, which the type of trade I talked about on last session on Tuesday. And we'll see if there's actually good signals on this trade. As a nice doji star here, is hugging this line, so it's really on the border market. If I see negativity on back of the border market, I might take a reversal trade. But if the border market doesn't show any signs of relenting or even sideways, or Apple, these big important index, weighted index guys that is have any big negative news or earning call or forward-looking news, I don't want to go into a short on these on the border market. I want to see actuality confirmation of these negativities, fundamental reasons they're coming in that will turn the market around. Then I will look for the reversal. Just the technical alone is not enough again on the reversal. It's very hard to trade reversal. You want the market behind your back. You want the border market become gloomy. Because if I want to take the short side on this guy, which is a long-term uptrend again, right? Been like kind of like an uptrend this whole year. I mean, pull back, and then eventually, right, the reason to have this nice uptrend. But is this guy have these nice reversals? So that could be a play here, right? So reversal, pull back. Right, this is a signal buy. Actually, I don't decide to take the reversal, but I don't see enough negativities on the border market to take a short trade, to take a reversal trade right now. So I want a even better confirmation on this trade. I might miss the trade all along, but that's fine because I'd rather take a long trend falling when it goes up, pulls back, and it goes up again, then take a reversal. Reversal trade is to me is a 65% chance of winning. It's not a highest probability trade. I like the false hammer. I can do the breakout, but these type of trade I usually don't really like to take. But if everything lines up, I will open this trade. I would take this trade on the reversal. But again, reversal trade is not my brand. But reversal trades for me is very situational. I have to more reasons, more fundamental reason behind my back for me to take these trade. Otherwise, the probability is just too low. Not that nice of a risk reward. Yeah. So there's that. Let's continue on. Wow, Qualcomm is down 10% today. So something's going on. Again, it is probably because Qualcomm have earnings call today. Right here, yeah, earnings calls yesterday actually. So the earnings call is most likely negative guidance or fundamental is not as positive, and it just gap down. This is why I don't pay earnings trade, because it would do these huge gap, and you think volatility can compress. Yeah, if everything's rosy, everything's in line. But if not, then you're gonna get creamed. You're gonna get crushed by this volatility, continuation, expansion, and you will really hurt on these trades. So this is the main reason I don't do this. So look at this; it get right through the 200 days moving average. There's no way you can make a comeback on this if you took a volatility compression trade on this guy. That's why I don't do earning trade. I don't do this type of stuff because nobody really know what's going to happen. I would wait for confirmations. Now it's like tell me, oh, okay, all right. I'm glad not only that I'm not taking it, all right, and I will let it develop and see how bad the news is. If it's very negative, it's going to continue. I'd rather sell call on this guy right now, to tell you the truth. Right? But again, I have to look at the fundamental news and reason why it does this. And might as well look at it, right? Yeah, QCOM. So it's down 10% today. Huge move. Because sales dive, basically. Right. So the income fall 50% year over year. Oh my God, that's a solid reason. It's a fundamental reason. Year over year. So compared to last year of this time, it's 50% lower, 52% lower, and then handset chip sales declined 25% year over year. Yeah, this is the big one. It's not just net income. It's your year over year sales. You're a manufacturing company. Right? So this dropped at 10%. Right? Price it back in and it's worth 10% less now after all these fundamental numbers, earnings call came out. Right? So is this the end of the move? Who knows? But momentum is on the downside. So I want to see, actually, if it's such a bad news, right? Because manufacturing, your sales figures is your bread and butter. When it dropped like 25%, that's huge, right? So if I expect it to continue to drop, and I will wait for retracement, and I will sell calls on that. Right? I want to see again a false hammer, doji style on this situation when it's retraced, and I will sell a call on this guy. So right now we'll mark this. Right? That I am very negative. I would have the short side and the long side, right? And this guy has been kind of like going sideways this whole year anyway. That's the reason why, because the fundamentals is indicate that way. That's why it's going sideways. Instead of like Apple or Netflix, right? Apple has been long term up, right? They're both, right? Or AMD is still up sideways. Like relatively, Qualcomm is really weak, really just going sideways. Even the broader market on semiconductors, the sectors have been going up and up on back of AI investments. So basically, this guy is a short candidate right now. Yeah. Yeah, we'll wait and see if there's any play. Yeah. But this is kind of like a fundamental reversal on this guy, right? And if I have market behind my back, I will take a more. Maybe I don't even need to wait for doji stop because the market coming in will bring the whole thing down, right? So we'll see how the market does, and let's play out for a few days or 2 or 3 weeks and see how it goes. Let the market digest the news after a big move like this. I the thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, okay, it gap so much, it's going to bounce back and recover. So they will start buying the stock here and stuff like that. I did that in my early trading days, and then eventually I get crushed, right? Because it continue onward with this, and then I'm like, oh, it's not bouncing yet, right? And then I have to readjust the position, buy more, and eventually actually end up losing a lot of money. That's my first biggest loss, is catching the falling knife. So after a few of those, I learned my lesson and stopped chasing the falling knife. When things are falling, you want to be on the side of where the knife is falling. You want to sell calls. That's what make it powerful, because instead of shorting the stock, I sell calls. I have high probability of winning. Of course, I can sell puts, but since the direction on the downside, of course I'm going with the direction. I don't want to go against direction. Again, in a smaller time frame, intermediate time frame, larger time frame, I am always going with the trend, with the direction of the trade. That's giving me the highest probability of winning. And that's just the way you put probabilities on your side. So right now, in a sense, yeah, there is just nothing to do yet. And we'll wait and see and look for more confirmation and look at the fundamentals of the overall border market when it's poor and gloomy, right, and everything more aligned, then I will really think about shorting this guy. This is the first move. We'll have to wait and see again. But yeah, let's mark this. Yeah. Nvidia, yeah, this guy just showing sideways now, so nothing much. Tesla, so I want to see the guys I marked. Nothing going on. I have mark on IBM. Okay, so this whole year pretty much is my trades are really flowing these where the monies are flowing into and flowing out of, which are the AI based investment. So it's the semiconductors, the stocks, SOA 6%, and so. And then right now I have these China EV stock that's making a nice uptrend. So those I'm going to follow more closely because it's trending. And any sector that is trending, and those are the ones that are in play for me, because money are flowing in actively and money will be flowing out actively. So as you need to follow money, follow where the money goes. Right? That's what trading is. You have to find the sectors that money are flowing in, money flowing out, that are trending. You don't want guys that make sideways, because it's harder to predict, not even to predict, harder to read what they want to do. Right? Less confirmation. I trade on back of fundamentals, right, but on top of technicals. Right? So I always look at the border market what it's doing, the border sector what's doing, what the global situation is, and then I go down to the sectors that is making moves. Right? They're all interconnected. You cannot just trade independent with each other. You have to be aware of a lot of things in actuality. And it takes time to develop, but eventually you just get so used to it after so many years training. But if you never start, you never do this, then it's time to start. And then eventually you develop a skill set. You can pass it on to your next generation. This is wonderful. I'm doing this literally every morning, and my kids are watching me. What I'm doing on the weekend and night, and they're picking up all these stuff on top of it. And then when it's times for them to start understanding about investment to grow their wealth, they're going to be well on their way. Everybody has to start somewhere. I wish when I was young, very little, when I was younger, I'm already immersed in this mindset. and then I've built wealth much earlier and much easier along the way. I have over the years I basically trial and error, keep learning, keep trying, keep learning, keep trying. So fell down a lot of time, get back up all by myself, bring myself back up, right? Pat myself, again over again, dust off the dust, and then get back on the horse, and falling the horse many times. That's how it is. But yeah. So anyhow, so that's it for today, for this morning. Is mainly on the talk about the EV trade that opened yesterday, and those great trades that I have so far for this beginning of the month. And then let's see how it goes, and we might see some reversal in the market and see how it's gonna go. It's August month, it's the lazy months, and yeah, I didn't expect trade so soon, but when it comes in, as it develop, trends start flying off, momentum start building up. I see the trade, and I'm gonna take it, and let's see how that goes. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see everyone on the next episode. Have a great one.